What's going on, guys? Taylor with Big Red Lawns. We actually changed the name this year. It's Big Red Outdoor Services. We got into a lot more pavers and stuff like that. So today's video, though, we're going to go through my plow setup for this year, and we'll just talk about that briefly. I will do a shop tour because obviously I'm in a nice heated shop here. We keep it about 50 or so degrees. It doesn't need to be scorching hot, but we'll go through the entire shop here sooner or later. I got to clean it up, though. It's mad dash. To go from leaf season to plowing. But anyway, so what we got here is a 2019 F250. I bought it from the dealership just before I left. It was a trade-in. And they gave me a plow for pretty cheap that they had sitting on the lot. And then found a salter for it. So yeah, 2019 F250. It's got the 6.2 gas motor in it. Nothing spectacular on that. It does a great job for what I was doing. Now that we're getting into more hardscapes and stuff like that, probably gonna end up getting a diesel. My business partner, if you didn't know, I have one now this year because I couldn't find any help, so I combined business with a friend of mine. He has a diesel. He did a lot more towing than I did this year for the hardscape stuff with the dump trailer and stuff here, just because it was a little too much for my truck. 5-6 tons in this dump trailer is a little too much. But anyway, it's a 19. It's been good to me. It's got about 50,000 miles on it. I bought it with 33. Had this Extreme V plow sitting on the lot, stainless steel. It's an 8'6". The guys at the dealership got it all set up for me, hooked it up. I didn't have to pay anything extra, just pay for the plow itself, and they would handle the rest. They just didn't want it on the lot anymore. In the back, snow tires still aren't on yet. These Goodyear's Wranglers are pretty decent in the snow, but they're kind of spanked on tread, so I wanted some actual snow tires. But I got a VBX 6500 I bought used. Started rebuilding it. Had to replace the chain because that is stiff. You could probably use it as a ladder. And a couple other things. I put LED lights on it, got rid of the old crap on it. That one there, right there, still has to come off. I just washed it out, get all the salt after our last little run there. But yeah, it's a VBX. It is a chain drive. Needed some work, but it's a great little one. I've got, as you can see, plenty of room in front of it. If you can see, that's about where the end of it is. There are ratchet straps there, but I can still fit stuff, shovels, whatnot, with no problem. But yeah, I mean, throw a ton of salt in there. Does fine. I do have 25% tint all the way around my truck. Don't really recommend it in the wintertime at night. If you've got a lot of salt in your window, you can't see anything. But I tend to plow with my windows down regardless whether they're tinted or not. So, but yeah, just a quick overview. There's that there. You know, I've got some strobes and more beacon lights on there that rotate. I've got some flashers in the taillights. We got the Coyote 3510, which is what we're going to use to load salt. There's actually a little outbuilding right there that we're going to have salt delivered here to us soon. And then over here in this corner, we got our snow blowers and stuff like that. This is a spare salter we have that came with my business partner. He used this last year. It does have a gas motor on the back, but we're going to get that all squared away so that way if we need to, we can put that in the truck. But yeah, we got some snow blowers and stuff there if we need them. We don't have a whole lot of sidewalks this year. So our Toro Multi-Force is being rented out to some subcontractors of ours that gave us some snow work for plowing, and then they are gonna take that to do some sidewalks on their properties that they have there. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. The truck's a good setup for me. I did have some issues getting the Boss salter controller mounted, and a lot of guys recommended doing it this way here. It's a little, looks kind of crappy, but it's a 2x4 and just mounted right up there. Haven't had any issues. And then obviously the plow controller, I just swing right up over the center console. But that's the plow setup for this year. Obviously much different than what I did last year. I had a Tundra and a 7.6 straight blade. I definitely like this Fisher plow much more than the Boss setup. Popular opinion, unpopular opinion, doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care. I like this much more. and fishers are huge in my area. So catch you on the next one, guys. See ya.